Who are the chosen ones, and why are they here? Have you ever wondered what it really means to be a chosen one? You see the term everywhere online, in sermons, on spiritual pages. People talk about them like they're set apart, favored, even unstoppable, but no one ever breaks it down. No one tells you why they're here, what they've been sent to do, or how to know if you might be one of them. And yet, part of you keeps watching, keeps searching, because something inside you knows there's more to your life than what you've seen so far. You've always felt different, but never had the language for it. You couldn't explain why you were isolated, misunderstood, spiritually restless, or why your life seemed to carry so much pressure. But now, it's time to connect the dots. If any of this already resonates, type in the comments, "I've always felt different." I'm ready to understand why. And subscribe to Secrets of the Bible so you don't miss any new message. Because this isn't just a video, it's a confirmation. We're going to uncover it all, who the chosen ones really are, why they were sent, and the powerful mission they've been carrying even before they had words for it. By the end of this video, you won't just understand what it means to be chosen. You'll know if this is who you are. And if it is, your life is about to make sense in a way it never has before. You've always felt it, even if you couldn't explain it. The way people pulled away from you without reason. The way you were left out of circles, even when you tried to belong. The way your family never fully understood you, like you were speaking a different language even when you were silent. As a child, you asked questions no one else was asking. You felt pain that wasn't yours. You could walk into a room and feel what wasn't being said. You noticed when something was off, even when everyone else smiled like it was fine. And over time, you started thinking something was wrong with you. You were too sensitive, too intense, too aware. So you tried to tone it down. Blend in, play it safe. But it never worked. Because it was never meant to. What you didn't know back then is that the rejection wasn't personal. It was protection. The loneliness wasn't punishment. It was preparation. There was nothing wrong with you. You were just being set apart. Because chosen ones don't get to grow up like everyone else. They don't get the easy path. They get the refining fire. And now that you're older, you can look back and see it, that string of painful moments wasn't random. The silence, the misunderstanding, the pressure, the why me, it all had a pattern, a purpose. You've been shaped by it, humbled by it, strengthened by it, because you were never called to blend in. You were born to carry something different. And now that you're here, it's time to understand what that something really is. You weren't set apart just to be different. You were set apart to carry something. And the weight you felt all your life? That was the mission pressing on your spirit before you even knew it had a name. Because chosen ones don't just live, they're sent. And your life has been shaped around 4 assignments you've already been walking in, even without a title for them. That discomfort you feel around people who lie to themselves? That's the mission, to expose what's hidden. You see through the masks. You can't pretend something is okay when it's not. It's why shallow conversations exhaust you. Why pretending has never come easy. Because when you show up, truth shows up with you, and it disrupts whatever was surviving off silence. You weren't called to be agreeable. You were called to be authentic. And in a world that hides everything, your honesty is warfare. But exposure invites pressure. People want you quiet. They want you easy. They want you to stay small, play along, and keep the peace, even if it means losing your soul. But that's never sat right with you, because your second assignment is to stand when others bow. You've lost relationships for it. You've been labeled difficult. You've felt the sting of being the only one who spoke up, the only one who walked away, the only one who said no. Not because you wanted to make a scene, but because your spirit refused to compromise. And that strength? That's not pride. That's your wiring. And here's the thing, even when you don't speak, people feel you. Your presence lingers. You say things that echo long after you've left. That's because you carry a spiritual fingerprint the world can't replicate. Your third mission? To carry a frequency the world can't copy. You bring depth to conversations that were stuck in the shallow. You ask questions that stir something in others. You show up and people remember how they felt around you. That's not charisma. That's calling. You're a mirror for people's buried potential, and sometimes that reflection is uncomfortable, but necessary. And maybe the hardest part? You didn't get handed this mission without pain. You got it through loss, through abandonment, through long nights where no one checked on you, and you had to become your own covering. Why? Because your final assignment is to endure and overcome. You've been carrying others while bleeding silently. You've built in silence, grown in the dark. You've fallen and risen more times than people even know. But that's what makes you dangerous to darkness. Because your survival isn't just survival, it's proof. Proof that someone can walk through the fire and still carry the flame. So, no, your life isn't random. It's revelation. You weren't just born with purpose. You've been living it even when no one said thank you. Even when you didn't understand why it hurts so much. Now you do. This is what chosen ones carry. And this is why you were sent. Let's tell the truth. This calling didn't just stretch you, it nearly crushed you. You didn't just feel misunderstood. You felt forgotten. By people, by God, by the version of yourself that used to believe more. You sat in rooms full of people and felt completely alone. You've encouraged others while wondering if you'd ever make it through. And the hardest part? No one saw the price. No one knew how long you held your breath while smiling. How often you cried in silence, not because you were weak, but because you were tired of being strong. You asked God questions He didn't answer. You watched others win with shortcuts while your life stayed stuck in the wilderness. And still you showed up. You kept walking, quiet, unseen, almost out of faith. That's what makes you chosen. Not the applause, not the calling, but the fact that hell tried to break you and it didn't work. You've walked through betrayal and still love. You've lost things that mattered and didn't lose your heart. You've stood in silence, watching others get what you prayed for and didn't grow bitter. That kind of strength can't be taught. It's refined. And now that you've survived what should have ended you, you're done questioning it, done minimizing it. Because this is your confirmation, you've already been walking in the mission. With no title, no platform, no validation, but with every scar, every step, every act of obedience you've been proving it. Say it out loud. Say it for the version of you that almost quit. And from this moment on, you don't shrink. You don't hide. You walk like the battle is over because it is. The only thing left now is alignment. Now that you know who you are, live like it. You're not here to convince anyone. You're here to carry light. So keep walking. Keep building. Keep standing. And don't apologize for the weight you carry. It was placed there on purpose. Type 77 if you know this was for you, a number of divine alignment and spiritual awakening. Subscribe to Secrets of the Bible if you're walking this path, because we're building a space for the set apart. And remember this, the world doesn't need another copy. It needs what you carry. You are chosen. Now move like it.